So, I have a problem. I'm unemployed. I know. Point and laugh at the unemployed hentai reviewer. Shocker. This problem could be solved, but like, who else would be making these top quality reviews? All of this is just trying to set up for a bit about the sauce I have for you today, and I don't know how to properly segue this. So, let's talk 376229, called A Confectionary's Wish. It's from the artist Minami Chisato. There's not a lot to go off of for this one, but let's just get right into it. The dungeon starts out with the store and someone saying they're always busy at the end of the year. There's then this guy working and struggling to lift this box, though this girl who sees him struggling tells him to move aside and he'll hurt himself lifting like that, and tells him to go deliver those boxes. He makes fun of her, saying he came to help a childhood friend in a pinch, but she shoves the boxes to him while this elderly lady is thanking him. He goes off and gives some backstory about how he hasn't been home in a while. There's then this graph and someone yelling, and it's this boss guy yelling at the MC for his performance, but he's driving and it cuts to him coming back, calling to the girl Narumi and saying that the treats she's making are pretty. Kenta, the guy, surprised her asking what they are, which she says they're New Year's sweets. He asks about the dog looking product and scarfs it down before she can tell him about it, but for the better since he thinks it's delicious and that maybe his nephew could make them since he used to make them a lot, saying he was going to be a pâtissier. Cakes, chocolates, all the sort of things he would make and Kenta would try, which she seems kind of embarrassed about, but a customer walks in and there's a montage of sorts of them buying stuff, and it cuts to later after they close up shop. Kenta says that Narumi's done a lot of lifting, but she seems kind of sad because she had to get rid of the treats since the standards are high and the regulars they get are difficult. Kenta asks if he can take them home, which she says yeah, and it cuts to another time later with Kenta walking alone. He's thinking about how Narumi's following her dad's footsteps and giving it her best. Meanwhile, he's just a lone wanderer. But it cuts to morning. Someone's on the phone talking about opening times, and Narumi tells Kenta about having orders for the new sweets they saw on social media, because after Kenta got home last night, he tried promoting it but didn't get much traction. But his sister spread the word to their mom's friends and also brings up his nephew again. But Narumi hugs him saying thanks. He tries to not take credit, but the elderly woman breaks up the tension, saying they still have orders. It cuts to sometime later with someone thanking Kenta for working overtime, and they're celebrating New Year's together and having a little party with some small talk between Kenta and Narumi about the sweets. Kenta goes on saying that she's amazing, positive, and serious about work, which is way better compared to him. But she says to not say that since he's always cheering her up, because there were times where she made sweets thinking he would eat them too. And she kisses him and asks him to stay there, and they do it. It cuts to the next day and they're at a shrine, together of course. He asks what she wished for, and she says family safety, though he wished for a prosperous job and for her to not be sad until he comes back. And the doujin ends with her saying geez. Overall, I rate this a 7 out of 10. I mean, it's alright, just kinda basic. Don't get me wrong though, it's still really good, and the art isn't my favorite, but it's up there, and I recommend you check it out for yourselves as always. Before the video ends, I wanted to come in here and say that I got a lot of feedback about the gameplay in the background, and people didn't like it, which is understandable. So if you'd like to see me playing games, I have a second channel dedicated to just that.
I just started a new series over there where I try to get better at building in Minecraft, and I've been having fun with it. There's 2 episodes out. So yeah, just go check that out if you want.
And that's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.
Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul. These hentai babes make me drool. Hasune Miku is great. She makes me masturbate. Fairy tale.